As a woman, you usually feel pain every time you have sex. This is not even something that is just pattern. You've been experiencing it for years, you've been enduring it, and it doesn't even make sex attractive or interesting to you. You don't want sex because of the pain. Today, I'm going to tell you what causes that pain. It's most time not even a medical matter. It's something that can be solved easily. And why it has lingered this long is a knowledge gap that we are breaching today. But first, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Omolola Natural Adefuye, and for 6+ years, I've been helping couples walk through sexual challenges within the marital space. A lot of couples' marriage sexual life has become better because they met me. And I'm glad that you're meeting me today. Welcome to the family reality.
Welcome to the ultimate experience with the Professor of Pleasure.
All right, so let's get into it. Over time, sex can be synonymous to pain for women who have not experienced adequate foreplay. I've had to work with quite a number of women. In fact, okay, we have two sets of women who go through pain. First, those who are experiencing sex for the first time on their wedding night. It doesn't have to be painful, and that's why I'm including them in this category. And second, those who have always experienced it, even years after marriage. And then, there's a third category, those who start to experience it after childbirth. Okay, so we'll be dealing with all these categories tonight. Whatever the category you fall into, you need to listen to this, your husband needs to listen to this, because two needs to work together on this matter. All right, remember to hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, and share this video to your spouse if they are not listening to it with you right now. So let's get into it. So this most common cause, the other causes, we'll get into some of them, not all, but the most common cause of painful sex for women is inadequate lubrication in the vagina. And this is usually due to inadequate foreplay, number one, and number two, lack of proper intake of water. A lot of time we don't talk about this. We talk about inadequate foreplay, the man needs to touch more, but even if it touches all the touch and you are dry inside, there is nothing that will get you wet. So as a woman, you need to be very conscious about your water intake. You need it like breath. In fact, if you're nearing 45, you should not be doing less than 4-5 liters of water daily. If not, you would have certain challenges once you enter menopause. But once you've up your water intake, it would really help your body regulate. There are certain things in a woman diet that helps you in the place of intimacy. There are certain things that helps your lubrication, and I mentioned water. Another thing is pineapple core. So this is not something we are going to leave for the men alone. This is a joint work. I'll get to the parts where the men come in. But right now, as a woman, you need to be conscious about certain things you allow into your body and certain things you don't allow that you should be allowing. So you must be very conscious about your water intake. You must be very conscious about the kind of fruits you eat. Eat fruits that supply water to your body. And I just mentioned one, which is the pineapple core. That's thing called stick in the middle of the pineapple. Don't worry, share all the pineapple to the family. But you see, that core should be your own as a woman, because it aids lubrication down there. Eat fruits that are majorly water. That's the cucumber, the watermelon, the apple. It's good for you as a woman. The nuts, it's good for you as a woman. The cashew nuts, the almond, I love almond. I love it for its benefits to a woman. You see these things, they help the lubrication down there. Another thing I tell couples is that artificial lubrication should not be far from you. You should have different types, different places in your home so that you can just always stretch your hand. I wanted to stretch my hand and pick my, okay, I've seen it. Okay, like every angle, you should just be always stretch your hand. Once you are feeling dry, you stretch your hand, put it inside and continue your foreplay. You get? All right, so you should have it in every angle of your home. So aside the artificial lubrication, work on the things you take so that you can lubricate easily down there. Another fruit is not apple. This is quite popular, but people don't even know what it is. A lot of people just pass by it. They don't know what it is. They don't buy it. Oh man! But not apple is not the fruit you eat on the regular like most other fruits, because sometimes you eat snot apple and it's not just making you wet, it's making everything down there tingling, 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 as it's touching your pants, as your what's it called, as your vulva is coming in contact with your pants, everything's just tingling, tingling, tingling. Okay, so you might not be able to eat that often, but every other fruit I've mentioned are things that you should be a regular part of your diet as a woman. Now let's go to the other cause of dryness. That's the inadequate foreplay. Foreplay for a woman, now I'm talking to the husbands. Foreplay for your wife doesn't start on the bed. It starts long before. In fact, it starts days before. It starts when you pass by her and just tap her buttocks. It starts when you sit by her, you're washing something together and your hand is on her shoulder. It starts with those non-sensual touch. It's very important for a woman because every of your touch should not be associated with sex. Her body close up that way. Once the body knows that, once it touch me is sex, and then she knows that this sex, she feels pain, the body closes up. So you will not be getting the maximum results that way. So foreplay should start long before sex happens. Foreplay should engage every part of our being. Foreplay should include you praising our beauty, you praising our body type. You don't have to say anything sexual. No. If you just even use, I love the way you talk. As I told you before, I love the way you articulate your words. It just turns me on. And you are telling her at a time when there's no sex happening, you're not going to have sex. Okay? So those things change her. Or she just made her hair. Praise the hair. Or she's wearing something new. Praise it. Those things, they might look simple for you as a man, but they're already building up anticipation in her. Her body gets very ready for you. So that by the time it's now time for sex, you'll be doing less work. Okay. So we've dwelled on number 1 too much. Let's move on to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is vaginismus. This happens not as often as the one caused by inadequate foreplay, but it happens too. And what does this mean? Let me break it down. It's the involuntary contraction of the muscle around the vagina during attempted penetration. And this usually happens once the brain has a record of, penetration causes pain. And this is what also happens on the wedding night for virgins. They come into the marriage with that mindset that, sex is painful. And so even before penetration, their body is closing up. And so there is this pain before the man does anything, because they are working with a preconceived mindset. It affects how their body receives that penis. And every attempt at penetration, the pain is first felt in their head before it's even felt physically. Okay, so that also is another cause. So to treat that is practically what you can do on your own, if you want me to be sincere with you. All you need to do is start retraining your brain. The way I don't know if you do it, but when we talk about word of affirmation, when you stand in front of the mirror and you start telling yourself the reality that you see, even when right now you're not seeing it. Like the Bible says, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So when you start telling yourself the reality of things you're open for. So the same thing, that simple act, you can use it to cure this contraction of muscles. Just start telling yourself sex is sweet, because really, really it is. Start telling yourself you enjoy sex, because really, really you should. Start telling yourself the beautiful picture of sex you have in your mind. If you cannot picture something beautiful about sex, I would give you an assignment that you read up at least 5 books that talks about sex, about the beauty of sex, about sweetness of sex, and you begin to have a change of mindset about what sex can actually be, even if you've not experienced that aspect of sex. Okay, so once you begin to expose yourself to more knowledge about what sex is supposed to be, it helps you change your mind. And once you have a change of mind, there's a change in your muscle reception of the penis. Okay? All right. So let's move on. I'll pick just 2 different cases. Okay, one was a foreign couple, one was a Nigerian couple, but the similarity with them is that one was already married 3 months and they were not able to penetrate. One was married 3 weeks, no, 2 weeks. The Nigerian couple was 2 weeks and they were not able to penetrate. I remember the Nigerians were telling me that he thought it was village people, but really, it's not village people. Sometimes the problem with penetration is that mindset, growing up, all the things we've learned about sex. Don't try it, oh, don't let anybody touch you. When you get into marriage is not classifying the man as somebody different. He's still anybody. You still don't try it. And so that's what the mind still believes. Don't try it, oh, don't let anybody touch you. And so it makes it difficult to allow penetration. And then that lack of, because when people have been taught the negativity about sex, they also do not take time to explore and understand their body. So when you don't even know what makes you tick, it becomes difficult to guide a man on how to help you relax and enjoy sex. Okay, so as a woman, you are first to understand your body. So this is what I did with these 2 couples. Why I'm imagining them together is because I practically use the same method for them. And I'm sure, like I said, if I'm giving you a solution here, it's tested, proven, working, like O.N.A approved, sim tested. Omolola. Hey, Omolola backed up. Okay. All right. So I thought this, both of them, different scenario, different years, different waiting period, and they both penetrated in between session. It was a virtual session, so I told them to off their camera and I was just giving them instruction on phone. But it's simple, it's something you can do. And this does not work for just virgins, it works for even you that have been in that marriage for long years, but you still experience pain. Okay, so what you can do is this. Number one, as a man, forget about penetration. Don't focus on penetration. Focus on her body. Now, as a woman, focus on communicating to your husband what you're experiencing. Take away penetration out of the equation totally. What you do is this: explore. So as the man you're exploring, as a woman, she's giving you feedback. The woman is giving feedback. So this is a joint work. That's where your couples, you're meant to work together to achieve a common goal. Now the goal here is you satisfy him, he satisfy you, right? That's the goal. So you're going to work together as partners in sexuality. Like, there's a word like that. So once he explores, anywhere he explores, you give him feedback. I remember one of the wives telling the husband, oh, okay, no, she wasn't feeling the sensation she felt in one breast, in the other. Okay, you should suck her more, Then once we discover, okay, this breast is giving you a kind of feeling, there are some parts, I do not feel anything, okay, we'll leave that. We explore other parts of the body. The husband explores other parts of the body, totally away from the vagina, totally away from the penis. Every other part of the body aside the vulva area, aside the vagina. So because they are two different things. The vagina is using your finger going in. The vulva area, we still came back to the vulva, but we didn't even go to the vagina at all. But the vulva is usually the last part when we are exploring. The vulva, the clitoris is usually the last part when we are exploring. Okay, so let me continue. So we go through all the parts of the body. I told the man to use his finger, to use his tongue, different parts of the body. And the wife was giving feedback. So we are combining some parts. So I feel this in this place. So the places we feel, oh, there's excitement. I'll tell them, okay, combine your tongue here, your finger here, combine. Okay, so this we did, and because of this, there was ease of wetness, and then penetration was very easy. I don't know how long you've been feeling that pain, but I tell you, it's not a permanent situation. And you see the simple trick I've given you can change your story. Now, if there's any need to still reach out, you need more therapy, I am here for you, and I'll be glad to walk you through. Because sex is sweet, and you should not endure that pain, because you can do without it. See you. If you've not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button. Till I come your way again, I remain Omolola Natural Adefuye, and my job, my business is to ensure that you enjoy sex in your marriage. Thank you.
Welcome to the ultimate experience with the Professor of Pleasure. Embark on a journey where couples find joy in mutual fulfillment. Discover the secrets to truly satisfying intimate connections. It's time to ignite the spark and deepen your bond. Our expert guidance brings joy and excitement back into the bedroom. Say goodbye to barriers and hello to amazing mutual experiences. Embrace a new level of connection and understanding. Join us at SIM and transform your relationship today.
Follow us on Zim, like, subscribe, engage, and share.